This episode of the Young Turks is brought to you by WestHost, offering premium web hosting since 1998. Go to westhost.com/TYT for 25% off. WestHost! WestHost, WestHost!
And Beck is going to blame both sides again while talking to Bill O'Reilly. Let's go to clip number 5.
I think we're actually possibly on the witnessing the Archduke Ferdinand moment. Archduke Ferdinand was the guy who was killed, shot, that a few months later started the First World War. I think we're in real dangerous
All right,
territory.
let's connect the dots here. So Mubarak, bad guy, right?
Bad guy.
Okay,
really
30
bad guy.
years we've been dealing with this guy.
And we're in bed with him.
Right, and we pay him $1.5 billion a year.
Second largest
aid. And most of it goes to the military, but it goes back to his pocket, a lot of it. Okay, and he does us favors. I mean, he's against the jihadists. He hasn't caused any trouble with Israel. He takes some of the Al-Qaeda captives and dunks them in the water, whatever he does to them. And he generally cooperates with the United States on a global initiative. Meanwhile, he brutalizes his own people, and they hate his guts.
Right,
Okay.
and they hate us. The average person on the street of Cairo thinks they're swept up in some freedom movement. It is not about freedom. It is being orchestrated by the Marxist communists and primarily also the Muslim Brotherhood.
Okay.
How the hell did the Marxist communists get into the middle of this? I didn't know Van Jones was leading the protest. No, the guy's a lunatic, man. It's just, everything comes back to, the Marxists and the communists are around the corner. Look, there hasn't been a Marxist in the country in 30, 40 years. Obviously, I'm exaggerating, but are they... The Marxists and communists are real threats? In which decade? No, and by the way, everybody's a bad guy. You know, like, oh, Mubarak, he's terrible. You see the conspiracy because we're in bed with Mubarak. But the people on the other side, the protesters, are even bigger conspiracy. They're Marxist communists. Oh, my God, the world's about to end. It's just like right before World War I. On an earlier clip, he said it's like right before September 11th. Now it's right before World War I. Buy gold. Okay? I mean, he's putting people in a state of absolute panic with things that make absolutely no sense. In the earlier clip, when he talked about, there's a pamphlet we found on the border in Arizona. It was a suicide bomber from Iran. And you see why the protests in Egypt are bad. No, I don't see, even if that were true, that's from Iran, not from Egypt. But for him, Arabs, who can tell the difference? Like the idea that Glenn Beck would know that the Iranians are not Arabs? No, who are you kidding? He called Turkey a dictatorship today. It's a democracy. The guy doesn't know anything. He doesn't know anything. But he is fun, at least to rip apart. So let's do one more.
You want to take a Swiss posture and basically let the rest of the world sort out their problems. But here's why that can't ever happen. Because the jihad, which is the main threat in the world today, would you agree with that? The jihad?
Yes.
Okay.
The jihad coupled with the communist socialist movement.
I see the jihad as more of a problem than a communist socialist movement. All right? They're going to come after us even if we sit it out.
Absolutely.
They're going to come after us.
Yes.
And the stronger they get overseas.
How much money do you have? How much money do you have?
About what? What is that?
How much money? How much longer? How many more? Do you realize
we can't fight the way we fought in Afghanistan and Iraq?
We can't fight.
I agree with you 100%. We have to do surgical stuff, and we have to be more ruthless than we've been.
But we also have to stand for something.
We do stand for democracy. We do stand for that. We just don't have in some places.
How are we putting him in the second largest position of getting our money? He is torturing people with our money.
I understand that.
And if you want rendition, it's totally fine with me.
30 years.
Think about it.
30 years. You had Carter. You had Clinton. 2 years Obama. Reagan. They had nowhere else to go in that country. I've been there. It's chaos. I disagree with you. I don't think we can be a neutral Switzerland and survive.
I want you to know this. I want you to know this. I don't think we can adopt that posture and survive either.
Right.
I think we need to progress to that posture.
Right.
Go back.
Don't use that progress word.
I know. Reverse what they've done to us.
Very frightening.
Yeah, I literally can't understand what the guy's talking about. I really think he's this close to snapping. Like, he's beautiful mind. He's writing shit on a chalkboard. He's like, and then 2 times 3 equals MC squared, Marxist, communist. Oh, the Muslims are coming. Those are the Marxists. I don't know which was more dangerous. Like, can anybody follow his logic? So he's definitely against Mubarak there, right? But he thinks that the protesters might be worse because they're Marxist. What? And he's got some conspiracy theory. Now, the guy's, I'm telling you, man, there's some chance he's going to snap and wind up in an asylum. Just lose, like classic, old school, lose your mind kind of stuff. Let's see it develop on Fox News, see what happens.
And at West Host offers web hosting for 19 cents a day. You can't get cheaper. That's
right.
ridiculous. You could do web host transfers. Like you got a website, transfer.
For free. You have 24/7 support.
60-day money-back guarantee. Well, then you literally can't lose. 25% off if you go to westhost.com/TYT.
You know what I think about that? I think West Host.
West Host.